Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Captain Patrick Raven, the Senior Naval Science Instructor at Coronado High School's Islander Company. Our ceremony will begin shortly with a march-in by the students. This is the highlight of the event. They come marching in. We haven't practiced this, but I'm sure they're going to be fine. Throughout the ceremony, feel free at any time to come forward and take pictures. You can walk all the way to the stage and take pictures. Just don't block anyone else's picture. In a second here, right here, the cadets coming in, they're going to begin the march in. They're going to take their seats in these first 4 rows, and I'll ask you to stand before they come in. I'm about to get the thumbs up at the rig. Got the thumbs up. We're doing this, we normally come in from the outside, but I was expecting it to rain today. When I saw the weather forecast this morning, I thought, oh, it's going to rain. As you know, it rained on our passing review, it rained on our Super Bowl. We had a nice plan for coming in from the outside, but I thought if it's raining, y'all would kind of get upset if the cadets came walking in dripping wet. So we're kind of marching in from the back of the stage here. Let's begin the march on. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the march on and remain standing for the singing of our national anthem. We have the cadets seated in their platoon order, so they're sitting by platoon. That way when we get to the end of the ceremony, as we announce the platoon awards, they can all cheer together. Color guard, parade the colors. Cadet Gene Yantz will now sing the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad
Please be seated. Welcome to Honor Company's Awards Night for 2019. Senior Chief Steve Newman and I are pleased to have you with us for this annual end-of-year ceremony. We have many special guests in the audience tonight, some filling the roles as presenters, some that are longtime friends of Honor Company, and some that are parents. By tradition, I would single out a few of those special dignitaries, and in practice, I would miss a few or embarrass a few others who didn't want the extra attention. So I'm not going to call any guest by name, at least not until we get to the presentation phase of the ceremony. We're going to start this evening with several promotions. Our students have to earn their rank by passing written exams or demonstrating practical knowledge of drill or both. The students getting promoted tonight planned ahead of time to time their promotions to occur at this event. We'll conduct these promotions in two separate groups. Will the following cadets come forward to be promoted? Sophia Barraza, Dean Wilkinson, Sarah Sweeney, Kelly Murray, Alyssa Bolaron, Victoria Perez, and Grace Ritz. Each cadet being promoted has chosen friends or family to pin on their new rank insignia. Those who have been selected can come forward and begin pinning our students. Please come on forward if you're pinning. If you've ever tried doing this, it's harder than it looks. We had a couple cadets doing softball practice today, and I noticed they're not back from softball practice yet.
It was a game, Captain.
Oh, it was a game? Oh, I thought it was practice. Okay. I hope it wins. Extra innings. Once you've pinned your cadet, pinners can go ahead and leave. Somebody's stick around a second. Okay, let's have a round of applause for our newly promoted students. Promotees, left, face, forward, march. The next group of promotees can now come forward. Jonathan Rom, Asa Valdivia, Colin Archer, Gene Yonks, Jake Warner, Connor McCrillis, Edward Hayes, and Matt Snapoff. And likewise, friends and family members who are going to be pinning them, come on forward. Again, I'm really impressed by the way they timed this so they can get promoted in front of everybody. We do uniform days about 3 out of 4 Thursdays of the month, and we do probably on an average day about 4 promotions on an average week. But a lot of these people timed it so they would get promoted here in front of all of you. Smart. Once again, let's have a round of applause for the second group. Promoting with face, forward, march. We are honored tonight to have our Coronado High School principal, Mr. Shane Schmeichel, here with us. Please help me welcome him to the stage for some opening remarks.
Cadets, parents and family members, distinguished guests, and our fearless leaders, Captain Raven and Steve Newman. I am honored to be here with you tonight to celebrate the Islander Company. When I arrived here at Coronado High School 7 years ago, I did not have a lot of experience working with the ROTC program. Immediately, though, I had a level of respect for the hardworking cadets, teachers, and amazing supporters of this program. Cadets, you impact the culture of Coronado High School. At CHS, ROTC is about academics, civics, physical fitness, health, leadership, character, community service, organizational skills, technical skills, goal setting, and the list goes on and on. And above all, though, the teamwork that you have and the positive impact you have on this community is countless. Tonight's recognition is just the tip of the iceberg for all that has been accomplished this year. Thank you for your individual contributions and what you do every day to lift each other up. Each of you can feel individual and collective pride about family and service above self. I want to acknowledge the support of the families of our cadets. Cadets, do you mind turning around and applauding your family? Families, thank you for volunteering the countless hours, our donors and supporters, and of course, taxi service on the weekend to all of the events. And again, thank you to our distinguished guests who are here tonight to represent the Islander team, and to all of our community organizations, its students, and all of the service that is provided to make this what it is here at Coronado High School. And finally, I also extend my admiration, respect, and gratitude for the 2 adults who put their hearts and souls, and evenings and weekends, into leading you. Because they believe in you. Senior Chief, it's great to have you as part of us, the individual strengths that you bring, and the team that we have here in front of us. I'm very proud to work with you. Before I leave tonight, I do have one more important announcement that was just given to me. We recently received a citation from Captain Tim Dassler, U.S. Navy retired. He's the National NJROTC Program Director. I'll briefly summarize the citation. Congratulations. Coronado High School's NJROTC Islander Company has been selected as a distinguished unit with honors for school year 2018-19. This is especially noteworthy as it marks the 13th consecutive year that your team has earned that recognition. Well done. And now we all get to see the streamer that that came along with this letter. Captain, to you, Chief. I have not seen this yet. Drum roll, please.
Will the CO, XO, and CMC come forward? Also, last semester's CO, XO, and CMC.
Yes, Vice Sir.
Cadets Megan Oitas, Sebastian Sanchez, and Matt Stumpoff from this semester, and cadets Jake Dalton, Jack Wong, and Erica Spicer from last semester will now affix the Distinguished Unit Streamer onto our company guidon. Normally a two-person job, but we want to get all. The honor of affixing this Distinguished Unit Streamer onto the company guidon is the last official duty of our current CO XO CMC team. We will now conduct the official turnover to the staff selected for next year. Next year's staff, please come on to the stage for turnover. Our staff for the first semester of the 2019-2020 or 2019-2020 year group consists of Commanding Officer Grace Ritz, Executive Officer Ethan Chevy, Command Master Chief Merlo Manuel, Supply Officer Matt Schnappel, Safety Officer Camille Pava, Recruiting Officer Edward Hayes, Public Affairs Officer Kalina Pollan, Operations Officer Gabe Cruz, Master at Arms Caleb Sanchez, Human Relations Officer Ryan Smith, Goals Officer Javier Garcia, First Lieutenant Peter Lopez, Community Services Officer Ashley Floyd, Armory Clerk Tyler Mace, Admin Officer Alyssa Iron, Academic Support Officer Adrian Roy. Our outgoing XO, Cadet Lieutenant Sebastian Sanchez, will now direct the turnover of the company guidon from Cadet Lieutenant Commander Megan Oitas to Cadet Lieutenant Commander Grace Ritz. Then Megan and Sebastian will shake hands with the incoming staff, wishing them good luck for the next year.
Exchange guidon. Take guidon.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more round of applause for next year's staff. Cadet Ritz, take charge of your staff.
Aye, aye, sir. Staff, left, face, forward, march.
and presenters to move into position on the entrance ramp to the stage. As your award or scholarship is announced, please join me at the podium for the presentation to the winning cadet. Presenters, come on forward up the ramp, please. In addition to the certificates, ribbons, and medals that we will award shortly, there are also 7 scholarships. Only NJROTC seniors are eligible for these 7 scholarships. The donors recognize the extra hard work performed by our NJROTC cadets and how that extra work often leads to improved character, teamwork, and leadership. These scholarships help pay the ever-growing expenses of attending college. Ms. Kathy Justice and Mr. Jim Brown have annually provided a scholarship entitled "The Future is Bright." It rewards hard work, introspection, self-improvement, and a willingness to try something new. This year's recipient of the Future is Bright scholarship is Henry Warner. Family awards 2 scholarships each year. The first is titled the Pay It Forward Scholarship. Applicants were required to submit an essay describing how they benefited from previous year's leaders and what they've done or will do to help our current younger cadets. This year's recipient is Henry Warner. Don't worry, he's not going to win them all. The next Hummeldorf Family Scholarship specifically recognizes academic excellence. The recipient must also describe actions they've taken to help the community and/or other students. Winning the Academic Excellence Scholarship this year is Sebastian Sanchez. The next scholarship award is named in honor of Captain Lee Pontus, the man who had the vision and initiative to establish an NJROTC unit here at Coronado High School, and who served as the first senior naval science instructor. The Pontus Scholarship targets the senior cadet who most closely embodies the traits of service and commitment that Captain Pontus exhibited every day during his tenure at Islander Company. The scholarship is awarded by Miss Christina Youngberg and her daughter Chloe. This year's Pontus Scholarship is being awarded to Sebastian Sanchez. Our next scholarship pays particular tribute to leadership and service and is awarded by former Islander Company cadet Ryan Mortensen. The Leadership and Service Scholarship was created to reward one Islander Company cadet who, over their time in NJROTC, has left a positive impact on the community and those around them through their leadership and community service. This year's scholarship is being awarded to Megan Oitas. For the third year in a row, our friends at Silver Strand Elementary School PTO are awarding a scholarship to recognize the contributions of Islander Company in support of their annual Family Fun Nights and Spring Luau. They've titled this award the Character Counts Scholarship. This year's highly deserving recipient is Erica Spicer. Another special group which kindly supports Islander Company is the Coronado Optimist Club. They'll conduct their own student award ceremony in another few days, but Mr. Bill Perry has joined us tonight to announce their selectee for an Optimist Club scholarship. In recognition of her overall outstanding performance, attitude, and participation, and her ability to write a great essay, this year's Optimist Club scholarship is awarded to Victoria Perez. Concludes our 7 scholarships. There is one more scholarship designated for an NJROTC senior, the Christopher Kroon Memorial Scholarship. The generous donors, Ted and Kate Kroon, were not available this evening to attend our awards night, so they will present their scholarship during the school-wide June 10th Senior Award Ceremony. So you have to wait until then to find out on that. Our first of the following series of special awards comes from Chapter 75 of the Special Forces Association. This group of awards is normally presented by retired Sergeant Major Ed Doherty. Unfortunately, he was injured in a fall over the weekend. If you know him, his fall is probably from an airplane. This year's Special Forces Award recipients are Jared Viola, Phoebe Wallace, Sophia Barraza, and Gio Navarro. Tom Bauer represents the Military Officers Association of America. MOA annually recognizes a senior who has demonstrated exceptional potential for future military leadership roles. This year's recipient is Mateo Garcia. organization also support our annual awards night. They award the Hero in the Making Award, given to a cadet who has stepped up to a challenge and excelled beyond expectations. This year's recipient is Gabe Cruz. The next award is being presented by Miss Kathleen Lisson, representing the Daughters of the American Revolution. The cadet who receives this award should regularly display qualities of dependability, good character, adherence to military discipline, leadership, and a fundamental and patriotic understanding of the importance of junior NJROTC program. This year's recipient is Alyssa Ion. The next award is the Sons of the American Revolution Award, presented by local chapter member Lieutenant Commander Torrance. This award is earned by a third-year cadet who displays superb military bearing and who clearly appreciates the patriotic role of the citizen soldier. This year's recipient is Ethan Chevy. Accepting on his behalf, he's here tonight, will be his platoon commander, Brian Rangel. The National Military Family Support Trust recognizes one student from each year group, specifically cadets with commendable determination, those who will never quit. Our 2019 awardees are Alan Corrales, Kia Lopez, Sophia Simon, and Shalom AKO. Accepting for Shalom AKO is Erica Spicer, his platoon commander. Jim Colesby has joined us tonight, representing the Sons of Confederate Veterans. They represent the Hunley Award to a cadet who demonstrates the core values of honor, courage, and in particular, commitment. Those were the values exhibited by the last crew of the CSS Hunley, who courageously risked their lives and gave their lives in defense of the city of Charleston. The 2019 recipient is Jake Warner. Roll Call, United States Marine Corps, has a series of awards to present. Please hold your applause until all 6 names are read. Distinguished Athlete, Ryan Smith and Lyra Hill. Scholastic Excellence, Caleb McCrillis, and Connor will be accepting it in his absence. Semper Fidelis Music Award, Madison Wood. Semper Fidelis Leadership Award, Marlo Manuel.
Yep.
And Semper Fidelis Esprit de Corps Award, Edward Hayes.
Everyone in?
Yep.
Got a second? I have a periodic table on here.
Retired Captain Dave Bean represents the Scottish Rite of Freemasonry. Their Education and Americanism Award is given to a cadet who exhibits good character, self-discipline, good citizenship, patriotism, and endurance in the face of challenges. This year's recipient is Jimena Mendez. Accepting in her place will be Sebastian Sanchez. Warrant Officer Baptista represents the National Sojourner Organization. Their annual award recognizes a junior whose leadership by example inspired new cadets to meet NJROTC standards. This year's recipient is Kanoa Potter. Ed Lowline represents the Order of the Dedalians. Their annual award recognizes a cadet who is motivated for future military service and whose professional performance has been consistently superb throughout the year. This year's recipient is Matt Snapoff. The Ronald Reagan Presidential Foundation awards a certificate and specially minted coin to a graduating senior, recognizing that morally strong young people with a sense of idealism can make great changes in their community and country. The 2019 awardee is Jake Nault. United States Navy retired, represents the Military Order of the World Wars. They present 2 awards annually, one to a freshman who shows superb performance and potential, and one to whichever cadet is selected as our next commanding officer. The freshman recipient is Faith Baptista, and UCO is Grace Rich. This concludes the 2019 awards. Next, we'll bid farewell to this year's seniors. Seniors, please take position on the ramp to your left. As each senior's name is called, he or she will walk across the stage and render one last salute to a cadet they've chosen. Tonight may be the last time that many of these seniors will wear a military uniform. Cadets who have been selected to receive salutes, please line up behind the steps over to your right.
Okay, good evening, everyone. First up, we have Mitchell Crow. Mitch plans on attending Southwestern Community College for 2 years, then transferring up to UTI for either plane or ship mechanics, then to join the Navy SEALs. His last salute will be to Cadet Celeste Bowles. Senior Cadet Jacob Nault. Jacob plans to attend Mesa Community College in San Diego to study real estate and architecture for 2 years, then to transfer to UCSD to further study architecture. His final salute will be to Gio Navarro. To study political science. Quinn plans to transfer to study at SDSU after 2 years. He will also be in Air Force ROTC, and his last salute is rendered to Matt Schnapoff. Up next is Cadet Sebastian Sanchez. Sebastian will study abroad for a school year in Corsica, France, and then will pursue marine biology through the Coast Guard or at a university. His last salute will be to Xiomara Sanchez. for Lasan. Next up, we have Jared Viola. Jared plans to attend Northwestern Vista Community College in San Antonio, Texas, for 2 years. He wants to get an associate's degree in filming and directory. His last salute will be to Gabe Cruz. Our next senior is Victoria Perez. Victoria Perez plans to attend Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University, continuing her NJROTC, or NROTC now, along with her track and field career for the next 4 years. Her last salute will be to Jean Yachts. Next up, we have Cadet Brian Rangel. Brian will be attending Orange Coast College as part of an honors program to transfer to UCLA and further pursue a degree in clinical psychology. His last salute will be rendered to his marksmanship team and first platoon.
Those in marksmanship of first platoon, please stand up. Yeah.
Yes, stand up if you're in those.
Ready?
Up next is Henry Warner. Henry will be attending UC Santa Cruz with a currently undeclared major. His last salute will be Alyssa Bullard. Up next is Cadet Julio Andino. Andino plans to attend Mesa College and major in engineering. His last salute will be rendered to Marlo Manuel and Kainoa Potter, because their platoon is the best. Up next, we have Cadet Alan Corrales. Alan plans to attend Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University to major in aeronautical science and become a flight officer in the military. His last salute will be rendered to Jake Warner. Up next, we have Cadet Thomas Weigel. Weigel plans to take the gap year and then enlist into the United States Navy. His final salute will be rendered to Cadet Caleb Sanchez.
Fifth platoon. competition this quarter is second platoon. Physical fitness was won by 7th platoon. They can do it. Again, this is harder than it looks. Winning the personnel inspection phase, 3rd platoon. And winning platoon of the quarter for the 4th quarter is 5th platoon. As previously mentioned, we conduct the platoon competition each quarter. We maintain a cumulative score so that we can designate one platoon as the overall 2018-2019 honor platoon. This platoon's achievement will be memorialized by an engraved plate being placed on the Islander Company Honor Platoon Trophy. This year, that honor belongs to 8th Platoon. Congratulations, 8th Platoon. One of the things that many of us take for granted is the support of parents and others who ensure the continued success of Islander Company. They are the behind-the-scenes players, and this evening it's appropriate to bring them from behind the scenes to center stage to thank them for all they do through our support organization, the Anchor Club. They enable us to take advantage of opportunities for cadets. I'd like to go ahead and recognize the Anchor Club officers: Alex Wong, Jennifer Wilson, Gil Ian, and Sherry Ritchie. Please come forward. So they will appreciate this more than most. The cadets have made thank you cards, and all of the cadets have signed them. You can imagine the effort it takes to get all the cadets to sign 4 cards. Please come on. While they're here, one of our support organizations, MOA, had a financial contribution they'd like to make. So rather than coming to us, it goes to the Anchor Club, and then they fund our activities. So Tom Bauer from MOA will come forward with a contribution for the Anchor Club. Anchor Club, thank you. In closing, I want to thank all the parents, benefactors, and other supporters of Islander Company for their support of our cadets this year. We simply could not have accomplished all that we did without your assistance. Thank you so much. I'd also like to thank all the organizations here that continue to recognize our outstanding cadets and support us financially and provide scholarships to our top performing graduating cadets. This concludes our ceremony. Cadet Commanding Officer Ritz, take charge and dismiss Islander Company.